All right, we have come all the way to Game 7. This last game will decide who wins round 3. Does SKT secure the first place spot in the Grand Finals? The first team ever to do so in Starcraft 2 Pro League before round 4. Their final player be revealed now. Who is it going to be? Dream.
Dream's the man.
4-1 versus Protoss in this matchup. 10-3 overall this season. Has not played as much as his big brother Innovation.
No, but he's had a lot more success, especially last round. You know, making it to the Grand Finals twice in Star League, as well as having a great record in round 3. He's done a lot of work.
And you know what? Look at his pin of Abe Lincoln. He is the American dream on the 4th of July.
This is his day. This is his time to win. Bring it home for SKT and secure that Grand Final spot in round 3.
This is a very tense moment, no doubt, for Trap, right? Looking at the situation, he's up against Dream, a player who's much higher caliber than him in both Best of Ones and Star League type plays. It's our repeat map. We're down at Coda here, the final map, a 2-player map, not a lot of space to work with. Dream will drop like a madman. He's going to drop Widow Mines, he's going to be doing Hellion run-bys, Hellion attacks early on. Trap's defense has to be solid. And ever since I saw Trap, the very first moment he played back on STX Seoul, I knew this guy actually had some of the best drop defense of any of the Kessel players who switched. That has not changed. It needs to be solid today. He needs to be able to defend Dream's aggression. That is how he's going to get a win. He's going to get a win with upgrades in the late game with Storm. He looks really tense here going into this one, though.
Doesn't look too scared. Not too scared for a player that is not used to this kind of situation as well. I'm really looking forward to this game. I don't know what's going to happen, man. You know, Dream also came off a pretty big loss in TVP recently in Star League Season 2.
True. Needs to redeem himself today. Both of these teams now relying on one final player. Crowd is silent. One is waiting for this game to start. The game that will decide everything. It all comes down to this. One single set. Our second time playing on Coda. Started this match out with a TVZ, and we are going to finish it with a TVP. All players are in the lobby. The game is loaded. It is going to be the final set. The set that decides everything. Can Jin Air win yet again here? Or is SKT going to be able to stop them in their tracks and secure the first place spot for the Grand Finals to take place later on this year? A very important milestone. It will make round 4 a total breeze for them. Very relaxing. No pressure. We're going to go into this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Dream, the final player for SKT versus Trap here on Coda. Down here to the bottom right for SKT, the final player, the 2-time Star League finalist, it's Dream.
And up here in the top left, we do have the Jin Air Protoss player looking to make a name for himself today and close things out. Trap.
The crowd cheers we just had in the audience, some of the loudest I have ever seen, or heard rather, for a playoff, because you can't hear sounds. I mean, I see sounds. God, I'm too excited, Moonglade.
You're too excited.
I'm losing my mind.
No, they were losing their minds for Jin Air, that's for sure. Everyone wants to see this upset happen. Make sure SKT have to come into the next round carrying just a little bit more. No one wants to see them breeze through it. They want to see them sweat it out like every other team is going to.
Jin Air failed last round because of the likes of Biel. CJ was able to take it. They want to win this time. Dream with 66% of the votes. Highly favored here. He has my vote. If I took the time to text it, man, I'd be one of them. But we'll see if Trap can make the upset happen.
And that's what it's all about here. Trap's going to have to find a way. It's going to be quite a hard game for him. You know, Dream, he did come off that loss recently in the Star League Finals, but that means he's been practicing nothing but TVP for quite some time as well. Very refined matchup for him at the moment.
Yeah. He's got a lot of expectations. He's waiting here. He says came to cheer for T1. That's why he's here. I think he said he even went up to the second floor so he could cheer, something like that. I couldn't read all of it. But as it is, this is a very, 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 very tense moment for everyone here in the studio. We do see it is going to be a Reaper opening versus your standard gate. No scout from Dream. Point that out. We'll have a little bit of an economic advantage.
Yeah, no scouting at all. And actually choosing to go Marine, so it looks like you'll get that really fast factory out instead.
Insanely fast. And
just go for that aggression off the bat.
This does mean that Trap will be able to place the Nexus for free. I think will deter him. He actually checks for proxies as well first. Very smart move. We have seen oftentimes players like Dream, like Maru, Terrans, who are considered to be favored, surprise Protosses or something by proxying and beating them that way.
Look at this. Marine scouting very early on as well, making sure no proxies going to catch out Dream either as he goes for this fast tech.
It's like insanely quick. This is a very fast factory.
Oh, look at this probe there on the bottom left.
You know what? He actually doesn't make the Nexus. And he keeps the Zealot.
Just a little delayed here. Yeah, and setting out a Zealot. Very interesting sort of style from Trap.
And with no Reaper, which is perhaps part of the reason why he does this, we'll be able to maybe do some damage, delay a CC. The Mothership Core coming across as well. This could do some damage.
This could very well do some damage. There's only going to be 4 Marines out, and possibly a Widow Mine. It's coming out now.
Ooh, that probe is going to go down. Sees the Marine count, though.
Decides not to commit to it, though, with the Zealot and the Mothership. Understanding the build order, exactly what Dream's going for. And Dream, you know, making that Widow Mine early on. We are going to see that 6 Marine, 1 Widow Mine medivac timing. Go for a nice drop there. Try and do economic damage.
Yeah. So it's basically the Widow Mine rush with this. No Hellions. Way out of the picture. Good movement there on the Watchtower. This robotics is absolutely necessary. It actually is going to be a Hellion pull-up, so spoke too soon there.
Maybe.
It looks like he just wants to use this for Oracle defense, actually.
Yeah.
Very important scout. Did you see it? Actually, can you check? It's like the observer's checking as well.
Yeah, he did check. He did see it.
Okay, that's very important to see. Very important to know.
Maybe looking for that double Hellion run by. Second one coming out, as well as this medivac. And yeah, it's going to be that Widow Mine, 6 Marines, and a couple of Hellions at the front, just looking for those early probe kills. Zealot's actually in the middle of the map. Is actually going to scout the medivac.
Very well done. No coincidence here. Zealot patrolling around, looking for this, knowing the exact timing. The Robo is done. He wants to get that Observer out ASAP. He's actually going to slow the Hellions a bit with the Zealot as well.
Yeah, not a bad move. Things aren't going to line up as perfectly as Dream hoped for. Instead, he's going to go straight for the main base.
Okay, here we go.
3 Stalkers and a Mothership Core waiting here.
If the Widow Mine kills a Stalker, this makes this a lot easier. It's actually just going to abort for now. He wants to bait the Nexus Cannon in the main base if he can, and then hit the natural hard. But carefully, Trap saves it. He waits until the last second, until it's absolutely necessary.
Look at this. You know, 2 Hellions sitting at the front, as well as 1 Widow Mine in this medivac going towards the back, looking for that 1 drop-off.
Okay, he got the Nexus Cannon where he wanted it to be. This Widow Mine will only get 1 kill, but he drags the Nexus Cannon here, and here come those Hellions to the natural.
Oh no, the Observer actually pulled away before the Widow Mine could die as well. So it's actually going to go reset here.
I don't know if he noticed.
I'm not sure. We'll see if the Observer comes back. That is a huge blunder, and that could mean a lot more dead probes.
Stalkers are coming back, but I think just to make sure there's no other drop.
Oh man, he is really screwed up here. This could get a big hit. If it gets to the right target, it could really do so much damage.
Oh, if he targets it here.
He is up. Oh,
5 more kills. 5 more kills at this point. This actually gives Dream a worker lead.
This
briefly there at 29
hit.
to 28.
This is exactly the kind of damage he would dream of having as well. And more coming across the map with his medivac.
You know what? He could actually... it's too late. I don't think he can stop that. I was going to say he could like, kill the Observer if he scans with that drop. It's coming in right now.
happening right now. There is a Mothership Core in place with and further overcharge as well.
Yep. He's going to drop another Widow Mine, see if it gets lucky, and head into the natural with yet another Widow Mine, but there's an observer here, and the drop gets shut down.
Oh, very nicely done this time around. It's still created a lot of havoc, pulling all the probes for quite an amount of time. Just giving Dream that economic advantage, that momentum behind it as well.
Still also forcing the Nexus Cannon, using that Mothership Core energy. Not worth it for one Widow Mine, but definitely, you know, a small bonus he also has. The Marine count getting higher here. It's going to make a reactor to get more Medivacs out in that factory. He's got +1 on the way, Stim on the way. And Dream slightly ahead, but not massively at this point in time.
Yeah, that's right. Small lead there, but Trap has recovered pretty well. He's going to make sure nothing else comes in for now. Due to that Medivac coming around the right side of the map, going to be looking for a drop onto the natural, but there is a bunch of units waiting. 4 Stalkers currently.
This should be shut down pretty hard.
It should be, but there's also an observer there. So.
Yeah. Looks like he's really just hoping for the Widow Mines to get lucky shots more than anything else. Hoping this is a split. I don't think he's hoping there's no observer here. He just wants to see if he can get anything done. With these Stalkers, he's probably just going to turn around, right?
He's found it. He's found it. Is he paying attention? The observer's out of position.
The observer's out of position. He targets the Medivac. Okay. It's a probe.
Looking for the pickup.
Should be able to save it.
He does.
Very well done by both players there. Mining disruption, but no kills. I mean, besides the very few users. Like 1 and 2. Not massive damage, but still damage nonetheless.
First Colossus about to come out here, as well as that Forge finishing up.
Now, no third base for either player just yet. Very cautious play here. He wants to get his Colossus count up before he even thinks about doing such a thing. And Dream focusing.
Looking for it once again. Only going to get a single probe this time.
He's focusing so heavily on this harass right now. And even though it doesn't do, again, critical damage, it's forcing proton cannons, it's forcing these units to stay at home, it's forcing probes to be pulled. It's very, very, it's like a ton of multitasking, a huge amount of that for very little damage, but it's just the idea, the concept threatening.
Even just pulling off the probes now and again is just giving him that extra edge of economy as well. And now, look at that, triple Medivac full of bio, heading towards the front door here. And that is certainly an army you can stim on top of. 1 Colossus, 4 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries at the front door. He's going to split things up by the looks of things. Going to head towards the main with a couple.
All right, here comes a big group of Medivacs.
Can drop on top of these Stalkers as well if he wants to. Ooh, starting not to there.
Very, very tense moment here. It's hard to commit to a drop like this.
Double drop. Looks like he might be looking for this Colossus, though, dropping behind them.
All right, he is going for it. The Colossus very well controlled, but this does allow him to zone these units out. He's going to right-click on it. Good force field here, but the Colossus not pulled back enough. And it will go down. No, 11 hit points left. The second Colossus comes out here, and he's going to target it down. Really good micro here from Trap. Insanely good micro, but will it matter? Dream's army is so large, and even though the Colossus lives here, it's not fighting, it's just out of the army, it's out of position.
Yep, doesn't have the positioning for it just yet. A couple of Widow Mines coming in as well. The bio army is getting smaller and smaller. So many Medivacs there, and down goes that Colossus.
Widow Mines here, in photon range. How many kills? 5, 6 kills. And now, the worker count 57 to 45, a third base for Dream.
Look at that momentum. Look at that supply lead right now. 40 supply lead. Dream is looking to close this out now.
You guys can't see it. I look at Dream's camera on the stage. He looks like he is ready to do the killing blow. He wants to win this. He needs this.
He's looking for it right now. Very minimal anti-air with this army as well. Only 2 Stalkers and a Sentry to do damage to this many Medivacs. Never a good thing, especially when there's this many Marauders in the mix too. Really calling on the spirit of Maru right now.
Look at the production tab. It just tells the story. So much more production. Upgrades on the way. Going to finish 1-1. He has Vikings now, which he doesn't even need necessarily. If he were Maru, he absolutely wouldn't. But
Stim forward.
Comes in here, just going to kite these Zealots. Keep the Zealot count low so that later he can just stim in and finish those Colossi off.
Single force build. I don't know if it's going to be enough. There's so many Marauders, but nice placement with these Zealots. You know, nice wall there. Actually canceling the Widow Mines as well.
Yeah, cancels them and moves them forward here to try to get better hits.
Oh.
Decent hits on those Zealots. And here come those Vikings. Just a few Marauders here to support them. They're so low on health. One will fall, the second one down to 129 hit points. He saves it, but at what cost? He's losing way too much here. Probes going down.
Everything is going down at this point. There is no army left over. Only Marauders and Vikings in his base.
It's over.
Oh,
he's done it.
Looking for a CC. He's looking to do that on CC in the natural at the same time, but great win from Dream.
Dream does it. SKT are your round 3 victors and have secured that they will be in the grand finals. Very important win.
I just want this watch now. I don't even know why, but I do.
It's definitely something to do with their New Balance sponsor. We saw the guy with a New Balance shirt. Give it to him. Very, very well played by SKT today. Having a lot of trouble with Maru, but taking him out and just playing a good series. Jin-Air, on the other hand, had to hand it to them. Trap, the best pick, in my opinion. He pulled his weight, but nobody expected Trap to beat Dream. Guy is really good, but Dream is on another level. A back-to-back finalist is so hard to beat. While you're playing in Pro League, you're playing in GSL as well. Putting on that watch. Heart speed.
Got a good, healthy heartbeat there after winning this round. Unfortunate for Trap. Good showing against Dark, but fell apart in that last game.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be too stressed. But don't forget, Jin-Air does get a lot of points for making it this far anyways. And they still have round 4 to further solidify their position.
That's right.
I believe with this second place finish, they have secured that they will be going to the grand finals, but not necessarily that they will be in first place.
Okay.
We'll have to look further, deeper into that. But again, this is not like, oh, we lost, now we're doomed. It's just a really stressful moment for them. There's a lot of money in each round. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but each round there's a huge prize pool. Probably going to see those prizes distributed on stage in just a moment here. Ooh, he knows what time it is. It's time to go home. If you won, it's over. It's like, I know those checks you're about to give me on stage are actually just placeholders. I can't take that to the bank. Can I go home now? A very exciting round, Muveda. I really enjoyed it. It's been really fun.
Has been a lot of fun. Really exciting to see which team would make it into the playoffs as well, just as the round 3 ended. As we have a look at today's match, you can go through them, Wolf.
Yeah, Innovation takes 2 wins in a row. Coda and Expedition lost. Maru comes out as the 3rd player, hoping to take an all kill, but only able to defeat Innovation and Classic, terrorizing SKT. But Dark coming in his weak matchup as Achilles heel on Cactus Valley. Perfect play, basically perfect play. Incredible crease spread, takes that win, and then finally forces out the last player, Trap. Is able to defeat Dark, but not able to defeat Dream.
And look at this, SKT Telecom T1, 303 points, solidifying that championship. And
also, I was just going to say, also, they took no losses this whole round, including the playoffs.
They took no losses at all. And Jin-Air Green Wings, they get 3rd place for now. They're still pretty considerably behind CJ, 30 points behind. So they're going to still have to do some considerable work in round 4.
Oh, it is still possible for Spenu to make it to the grand finals. Absolutely possible. They're only 31 points behind KT Rolster right now. KT needs